What's going on, guys? It's your boy Speed from 440 Kicks, and today we are going to run through 5 Travis Scott accessories you didn't know existed. These pieces are some of the most exclusive limited drops Cactus Jack has ever done, with some of them being promo pieces. So if you are a Travis Scott fan, this is a must watch.
Made it out the greasy, made it easy. I've been on the lead, man, I've been a dream. Never said it's easy, it was never easy. Made it out the greasy.
Being the Travis Scott fan that I have been, it's been very easy for me to make weird purchases of Travis Scott merch, if I may. Travis Scott has done collaborations with everyone from McDonald's to Fortnite, and there are a lot of cool pieces that have kind of been, whether they're promo pieces or just accessories that have dropped, the general community has kind of slept on and forget that it's dropped. And in this video, I'm going to show you 5 of my favorite, most sought after Travis Scott accessories that you yourself might not be able to even find on eBay. Today, in front of me, we're going to start off with the Travis Scott Jack Boys helmet. Now, this originally released in 2019 and was coupled with the Jack Boys album that released that had a lot of great features on it, from Don Toliver to Pop Smoke, rest in peace to Go. This helmet originally retailed for $250. They did everything from car covers to wheel locks, and they had this helmet as part of the drop, and I think this is one of the most sought after, or one of the most rare pieces from the drop, because a lot of people didn't have a use for the helmet. You might have had some collectors buy it to put up, or obviously some riders cop it, but this is a super sick, rare Travis piece. So let's just go over it a little bit. You got the Cactus Jack insignia here with the Jack Boys OG logo right across the front. It features some hints of carbon fiber, and the visor slips up and down just like this. Now, when we purchased this, somebody brought it in the store and had it. I actually couldn't believe somebody had brought it in to sell to us, because I've always wanted to have one. And I mean, on eBay right now, they go for like 800 or 1,000 bucks. So it's really hard to find one sub 500. But the only thing missing from this is the actual over visor, which you can cop another one for $35-40. I just haven't done it yet, but actually throw it on really quickly. This thing's so sick. But yeah, so this is one of the most rare pieces that Travis dropped 2019. Again, not a lot of people have it, and if you want to cop one, you're paying 800 to 1,000 bucks for it. I don't know if I would sell this even for 1,000 bucks, just knowing how cool and rare and limited it is, and I like having it in the collection. So definitely one of the coolest Jack Boys pieces of merch to ever release. I mean, just, you might not even know they made this. Up next, we have the Travis Scott Cactus Jack Foundation limited bobblehead. Now, the Cactus Jack Foundation was founded a couple years ago. I believe 2021 might have been the first year. So everyone from Metro Boomin to CJ Stroud came out to participate in Cactus Jack's game, and he's done this a couple years now. But this is a limited Travis Scott Houston exclusive bobblehead. It says exclusive bobblehead on the side here. The Astros Foundation also collaborated on this, and we picked these up in San Antonio SneakerCon, I believe 2022 it was when we were down there. Have not really seen or come across any of these. I mean, we do a lot of selling and buying on and whatnot, and nobody ever has any of these for sale. Like, this is a super niche, rare collectible, that a limited drop in Houston. I mean, they didn't do a website release on this. This is something you either were in the area for or had gone to the game to score. I don't know an exact number they made. I want to say roughly in the 300 to 1,000 ballpark. Like, there's no way there's more than 1,000 on these. I think they made 500, but you can't quote me on that, because again, with this being an at the game release, it was kind of an under the radar drop. So it features Travis Scott in the flesh with the Cactus Jack Foundation kit on, and it also comes with a bat. He's got the glove on, you got the Cactus Jack down the right pant leg, and he's also rocking one of his pieces here. Haven't busted it out of the plastic. We were able to buy 2 of them. That's all the guy had. I was like, I'll take both. Honestly, forget what I paid on it. We are charging $249.99, which is pretty similar to retail comps, and I believe, don't quote me here, but I believe it retailed for $75. So again, super limited Houston exclusive drop that only happened on the weekend of his softball foundation event. And again, another way that just Travis is always giving back to the community. He ran this foundation event to raise money to donate to kids in need. So again, shouts out to Travis for that. That's love. But one of the only Travis Scott bobbleheads ever released. Another throwback from 2019, number 3 on this list, comes down to the Fortnite Travis Scott action figure pack. Now, this originally came in a box, but Travis Scott did a collaboration with Fortnite where he did a live stage event. It was actually an augmented reality concert inside of the game. And aside from that, they dropped some merch pieces. So they had like the Cactus Jack gaming long sleeves. They had they dropped some Control Freaks for controllers and such, and just a super dope piece. I think I copped like 3 of them when they dropped. Now, they weren't going for much at the time because it was a pretty general release. I mean, everybody had access to this on his website. But now, 5 years down the line, this is one of the more rare pieces that we're kind of still sitting on. So just looking at Travis, they kind of did him in like this robotic looking structure where he's got the skin peeling off. You see he's got the metal underneath. He's wearing his OG Cactus Jack cross chain, and of course he's got the Scar, the #1 gun in the game. But just super dope piece. I mean, you can see he's kind of like a robot. This is Robot Trav. He's got the Mocha 1 OG highs on, which I think is a super dope hit. I mean, what other shoe are you going to put him in? That was probably his most iconic release of all time. And then here you just have the Astroworld Cactus Jack figure, and it's got the Astroworld little train going around the head there, and he's got the Cactus Jack 3-prong pickaxe. But just a super cool piece. He's also wearing some blue 6s, which, I mean, that's not an official release or anything, but this set originally released for $75 on his website, and again, everybody had access to this. This sold out in a couple of days, I think. I mean, you could have hopped on his website within 5 days of it dropping and copped it for retail, but you see some of these sets online selling upwards of $300 depending on the condition. If they're OG sealed in the original packaging, as long as they weren't used, you know, just on display pieces, these range from $100 to $300 now. So super dope drop. Again, shouts out to Fortnite for collabing with Travis Scott on this. I think it's a really cool mesh of both worlds. You got a lot of kids involved in Travis, and again, that's a major marketing play for Travis Scott. Just putting himself on Fortnite as a skin, doing the live augmented concert, and then also having a merch shop on his website. It was just another great way for Travis to segment himself in the young rage culture, if I may. So definitely a must-cop for any Travis fan. Let's go into the store while I show you the last two most exclusive pieces we have on the Travis Scott side. Number 4 on the list is an absolute sleeper that I guarantee you didn't know existed. This is the Travis Scott Look Mom, I Can Fly VHS that was dropped alongside his documentary that went on Netflix in 2019. Travis basically made a documentary about his Astroworld tour and just kind of hinted at his beginnings as a child and coming up as a teenager a little bit, and just how magnanimous the Astroworld tour was, with multiple sold out dates and just crazy crowds, record attendances. So this was a Houston exclusive release. They had a pop-up shop in Houston that had these, and the only place you can find these is on eBay. So I copped this on eBay a couple years ago. I forget what I paid. It originally retailed for $40, so if you were able to cop one of these for retail, like, you came up major. But it just features the cover with the same exact cover photo of the documentary, and then on the back it says, "Join Travis Scott and the Ragers on a roller coaster ride to Astroworld. Tape includes never-before-seen footage, including the making of Astroworld, the album, early fatherhood, the founding of Cactus Jack, the label, exclusive tour footage, and more." So this is a real behind-the-scenes piece, and I love how they did a VHS on it. They could have done a CD, they could have done a USB, but they went with the VHS, which is just, I mean, obviously an outdated piece of media now. So on the inside, it also has the insignia on the top. And I've never put this in a VHS system. I meant to like buy one after I got this, but I've just never actually played it. But super dope piece. Again, some resale prices are shooting upwards of $400 and $500. Now, the one thing I will say, be careful for fakes out there. A lot of people remade these. I bought this right after the release happened from somebody in Houston, so I know for a fact this came from the pop-up. But a lot of people kind of just made their own VHSs, and you can tell by the quality if you play the video around the box. So just be careful. If you see one of these under $100, it's too good to be true. It's not real. But this is the Look Mom, I Can Fly Astroworld documentary VHS. And finally, you saw this at the beginning of the video, the craziest Travis Scott piece that we currently have. All right, finally, the last most rare piece of this 5-piece video that we're doing is the Travis Scott cutout. Now, this released in 2020 when Travis Scott did the iconic Travis Scott meal in collaboration with McDonald's. The reason we're putting this in number 5 is this is the only item out of this 5 that never actually dropped at retail. So this was a promotional piece that some McDonald's locations were given to promote the Cactus Jack meal. It's just a super dope piece. There's not even a price tag you can put on this, knowing that it's extremely rare and it never released for retail. Some people sell them for $100, $200, with some resale prices soaring upwards of $1,000. Now, the original one, I'll pull this out for 1 second. The original one came with a stand, so you could actually prop them up and it'd stand by itself. The person we bought this from at SneakerCon Vegas, I think it was, had ripped off all of the backing and taped it to their wall, which is not a bad play, but so ours is not completely original, as it doesn't have the back stand where we can just set them up and stand it. We just kind of pushed up against the wall, but it features the original Travis Scott action figure, and you see it's got some of the chains on. He has one of the Cactus Jack tees. He's really known for wearing his jean cargo shorts, so obviously they got that thrown on him, and he's rocking the Jordan 1 Mocha highs. You got the Cactus and Jack insignia on the bottom right. We love to see you smile, and he's rocking all of his bracelets and such. But again, super rare piece. I don't know if you can even find these on eBay anymore. I know they were floating around a lot back in 2021, 2022, as the release again was in 2020, so it was a little more prevalent and recent. But In terms of rarity, this Travis Scott piece is something you will not find. And there you have it. That is 5 Travis Scott accessories you probably didn't know existed. In terms of exclusivity and rareness, these are really 5 Travis Scott grails that have dropped in the last decade. So what do you guys think? Drop in the comments your favorite of the 5 and what you think is worth paying for based off of the resale prices I was saying. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you could just take 5 seconds and hit the like button and subscribe. We're dropping 2 videos every single week, one on Wednesday, one on Sunday. So make sure you tune in and don't miss our latest releases. Until next time, you guys can find us on 440.kicks on Instagram, on Whatnot at 440kicks, and TikTok, 440kicks. Thanks for not getting banned, TikTok. We appreciate that. Until next time, it's your boy Speed, 440kicks, and we're out of here. We'll catch you soon, and stay blessed. Peace.
That bitch wanna fuck me, get your ass in.